Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. It is yours truly, Charles Comer and James Spencer on the Over and Under podcast. How we doing today, James?
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up?
Week 12. Only got a couple more weeks left in the regular season. Go to a bowl,
Oh yeah.
and then it's getting spicy. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it with the records because it's not looking that well for your boy over here.
I'm
Let me
him.
just go.
Just so y'all
Eh,
know that.
eh, you know, I guess you could say that. With this week, with the conclusion of week 12, James is 35-6 with a
Yeah.
85% winning percentage.
Yeah.
Charles is 29-12 with a 71 percentage winning percentage. Um, Thought getting that Colorado win, that Colorado win was going to help since picked Washington State. Didn't think Drake May was going to kill me. Didn't think DJ Ugudali, whatever his name was going to completely plummet. But we'll come up. Maybe we'll tie this season. Maybe you won't be him. It'll just
Wow.
be I was
I don't
slacking a
think
little
so.
bit. Maybe it'll tie. We'll be able to tie.
But
But
they're
let's
really
go ahead
super
and jump
annoying.
right into it. We got Texas versus Iowa State. Texas won, but
Yeah.
I think we have a problem of how their play style is.
It's always just they I know they're gonna win. It's just they should be dominating these type of teams. Nothing against Iowa State, but I mean they were 6-4. Texas should have blew them
Yeah.
out. But it always comes down to Texas always playing down to their opponent's level. Because when they play really good teams, oh, they're amazing, looking great. Should be top 4, top 5. But when it comes down to the Big 12 and like these lesser teams, they show these close games these games that shouldn't be super close at all. And I it's been like that for a while, which I wish they would figure it out. Just these teams like this, they should just blow them out and not have these close games and down to the wire or whatever. I mean, some of those scores were kind of like kind of garbage time too, but at the same time, it should have been like 40-10 or something.
You know, defensively, I think. Well, let me just say this. I think pretty even performance all around, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you had Baxter that had to step up. You had Quentin Ewers that had to step up because they didn't have that running game from Johnson, that they
Yeah.
usually depend on. I mean, defense had 3 sacks, 6 tackles for loss. Iowa State only had 9 yards, on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
9 total yards on the ground. And they were talking all that mess at the beginning of the week. I was like, they just think they're better, but we're just as good as recruits as they were. That's not facts. I'm taking
No.
Tiandre Sweat over anybody 101
Yeah.
every day. However, with me, it's still the secondary. Secondary still a liability.
Mm-hmm.
323 yards. Jaden Higgin had 7 catches, 104 yards for the game. Those are explosion plays. Those are you
Yeah.
got beat on a route. Will they clean up the secondary before the Big 12 championship game, before a college football game? I don't know. That may be the difference. If they had to play Washington, come on now.
Yeah.
Let's be for real. I'm even me a Texas fan. Let's be for real.
Yeah.
Like that'll be a crazy game. And usually, during this game, they don't convert well in the red zone, but they didn't have to get in the red zone to score. That's how they scored outside the red zone on all their touchdowns. So
Yeah, for sure.
it was
And
that was pretty impressive to see because not a good red zone conversion team.
Yeah. And like you said, the secondary, they're going to the SEC next year and everything. And that type of defense is not going to work over there. It can win you games at the Big 12 because it's just always a shootout, basically. But when you go to the SEC and your secondary is a liability, that's how you get blown out. And that's why, like you said, I hope they figures out between the conference game, the conference championship, and they play Tech next week.
Yeah, they play Tech next week in Austin though. They play in Austin, so that's good. Okay. They don't play in Lubbock.
And I mean, Tech doesn't really have a passing game, surprisingly, just because they don't have a quarterback. But their running game is pretty decent. So, but teams like that, they should blow out, and they got to figure out something with that secondary. Just because if they play, say like you said, Washington or even Oregon, my man Bo Nix threw 6 touchdowns. Imagine him going against.
We'll get to him.
But like I was saying, you know what I mean, like. If they play somebody like that, like even in a bowl game, and the secondary is just letting them get dominated like that, and these explosive plays, in, it doesn't look good for Texas. Even they're 10-1, kudos to them, but yeah, they got to figure something else on that side of the ball.
I kind of believe you when you say, going to SEC, the secondary has to be well, because if you see this season, LSU secondary has definitely lost them some games, but their quarterback Jaden Daniels has won them some games. Quentin Ewers is no Jaden Daniels, so let's just get that clear right now. But
exactly,
hopefully, going into the SEC next year and just trying to finish out this season and win the national championship, they can figure it out, put some schemes together. But it'll be interesting to see where the committee puts them Tuesday. Because there were some really good games this weekend, and one of those games was your grandfather Bo Nix, as I call him, Grandfather Bo. He had to show the Sun Devils how the OGs do it. All right,
he had to show them who's who.
24 for 29, 404 yards, 6 touchdowns. Repeat that, 24 for 29. That's a quarterback stat for you right there. So when we talk about the man Drake Maye, I want you to remember that. Okay. That's a quarterback stat right there. All right. 24 for 29, 404 yards, 6 touchdowns. Troy Franklin broke her most single season receiving yard in Oregon history record.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
1,221 yards. The previous record was held by Dylan Mitchell. You want to know who his quarterback was in 2018?
Who's that? Go ahead and tell me. I can't think of it right now. I'll tell him right now.
Justin Herbert.
There you go.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody crazy. That's his quarterback. Who are you? Mariota?
Not even Mariota. It was the other cat, the dude that came from what was that? Eastern Washington. The small cat quarterback. I can't remember his name now. That was years ago. That's what I was thinking of.
I can't
remember his name off top right now, but that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, you're right.
So with this performance, because I didn't believe Arizona State was going to give Oregon any trouble as it was. They aren't Colorado, so I didn't expect this to happen. Do you think Oregon should be a top 4 team?
The way they're playing, man, I think so. They're playing just out of their minds right now. This man, I think he threw 4 touchdowns in the first half and barely played any in the second. And so, I mean, like, you doing stuff like that. This is what the things I expect from Texas when they're playing like teams like Iowa State and stuff like that. This is what I would want to see. I mean, Ewers, I'm pretty sure he's not going to throw like that many touchdowns in the game, but like just a dominating performance. That's what I would expect from Texas. And Oregon is showing it like these past few weeks, just going in and just blowing people out, showing them like they should be in the top 4, maybe top 5. Just I know they lost to Washington, but I don't know. If they play again today, I think Oregon like It's not gonna be as close as it was, but it'll still be a good game. You know what I mean?
You don't think?
No, I think Oregon pretty much dominates them, but it'll be semi good game. But I don't know. I think that the Oregon's defense is playing well. Bo Nix is playing well. Troy Franklin's playing well. The offense is just a well-oiled machine right now. They're just going in and just doing what they need to do and getting up out of there. So I mean, that's just me. If I was a committee, I would he's at least number 4. You know what I mean? But
So they can't jump Washington because they didn't win the head.
Yeah, I know. Right? Yeah.
So I could say they could go to 5, right? We could take, but then we got to drop Florida State all the way down to 5 or 6, and yes, it's a lot. It's saying like me. I'm saying that when they play Washington, they're going to have to beat Washington bad, right? Yeah. The matchup is going to be bad, and I think it's going to be another 3-point game. Honestly, now hear me out. I think Oregon can win it all. If I have to pick a team who's overall put together well, right? They got the coaching, they got the physicality, they got the talent, they got the scheme. No one can really stop them down per down. They got the third down conversion, they got the special teams, they got the defensive line, they got the offensive line. I'm picking Oregon, right? Because I think they have it all together. But I need them to beat Washington. And that man named Michael Penix is a dangerous man. You know?
Exactly.
But
he ain't throwing 6 touchdowns, bro.
I'm gonna tell you when we get to that Washington game, I'm gonna let you know why Penix is so nice, bro. And it's not him. Right. It's not him, you know, but Oregon plays Oregon State next week. Now
yeah.
The last time Oregon missed the playoffs was because Oregon State. Oregon State came in, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, sent them boys to the crib. But,
yeah. Oregon State's playing too right now. They're playing really good. It'll be a scary game next week.
Yeah, I think it will be scary. Man, I wish I could watch that. That's going to be a great game. I would have had a great weekend if BYU would actually pull through. I want to watch it. I would have had a great weekend if BYU would have pulled through and actually beat Oklahoma. That would have made my day. It's seeing the Sooners just lose another game. They had a perfect opportunity, James. A perfect opportunity. The running back, 22 carries, 182 yards, Robinson. Oklahoma's defense ran into the ground. However, 5 turnovers, 1 pick, 4 fumbles. Yep. Dylan Gabriel goes out with concussion in the second half. You got a backup quarterback in there for Oklahoma. All you got to do is not turn over the ball, run it, kick a field goal, right? Can't even get that done. Yep. Unacceptable. I don't.
It's BYU, to be honest, I mean,
Oklahoma didn't look well on the defensive line, on their defense at all. Like, at all.
I know, but just like it's
No, go ahead.
But BYU, they play good when they want to. But again, as BYU, they can't. 2 things can happen at once for them. Like, good things happen at once for them. They'll play well, but then they'll shoot themselves in the foot. It's just how it goes for them. But
5.
I was hoping the same way. I'm saying 5 turnovers is crazy. You can't win that way at all. I mean, it was a close game still, but nah, you can't do that.
He threw a pick in the 4th quarter. Like, I was like, no. And the thing that's crazy is they fumbled in the red zone. And he threw a pick in the red zone, too. And I was just like, wait, do y'all want to win this game? Like, like, you can't help Texas out. I know we beat you, right? But you can't just, go ahead and be like, nah, bro, y'all ain't going to have to worry about Oklahoma. Worry about Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
you gave these boys still a chance in this Big 12, championship race. Like, I'm interested to see how it plays out. You got Texas, you got Kansas State. Everybody's still in it. Oklahoma State, Kansas, and Kansas State. I think Kansas is out because they lost to Kansas State and they lost to Texas.
Yeah.
So I believe they're out. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Do you have anything from the game that poked out to you?
No, it was this game. The what I watched of it, it was I really thought BYU was gonna pull it out, but they kept just messing up, bro. Just all these turnovers made no sense. Just take care of the ball, please, please. That's all I'm asking for. It was that game, and then what's it called? The Oregon State game with Washington. Boy, turnovers are crazy. But Oregon State and Washington, it was raining, but still, like both teams, they're just turning over. But nah, it was just BYU being BYU, making it a game, and then just shooting themselves in the foot and losing at the end. So kudos to Oklahoma, I guess. Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, okay. Good win. Congratulations. You beat BYU.
Yeah, whatever. Exactly. But whatever.
I'm gonna have us take an intermission from these games. I want to bring up this Colorado. I want to bring up Colorado.
All right.
We already know they're not going to a bowl, which I said they wouldn't. No. I remind you 2 podcasts ago. I said, hey, they're not going to a bowl. And you were like, there's faith. I don't know who you were praying to, but the faith didn't work. You know what I mean? Let's just go keep a buck. What's next? What do you do? You're Dion. What do you do?
We got to get better on the defensive side of the ball. And then we need more weapons on the outside as receivers and a running back to help your quarterback out, because you can't have Travis throw the ball to Travis Hunter every play. That man can only do so much. He's playing both sides too. You got to give him some more weapons, and you got to get better on the defensive side of the ball. And also like they're going to the Big 12 next year, I believe. If they play this type of defense, of course they're gonna get fucking blown out. And you see these Big 12 teams, it's always a shootout. So if you want to be good in the Big 12, you got to have some type of secondary or just an explosive offense to just keep up with just the other offenses. And the way they played against Washington State, they crazy, because this is a team at the beginning of the season that Shadir threw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, set a record at Colorado. There was none of that against Washington State. Washington State, who was 2-5 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but you played like that against this team, and then expect to all these high expectations from at the beginning of the year. And where are we at now? 4-7, 4-6, or something like that. But
4-6, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, all this hype that coming in with Colorado, with all these recruits coming in, all these people coming out of the transfer portal to come to Colorado and everything, Deion Sanders and everything like that. It was all this hype that coming into it, and you expect a little bit more than what they're showing right now. I didn't expect them to go to a national championship first year or anything like that, but just at least make a bowl. That's what I was expecting. Maybe what's it called, the Texas Alamo Bowl or something like that, the Valero Bowl, something. But
the Toyota Tire Bowl.
Bowling. Yeah, something like that. The Nokia Bowl, something. But you're not even gonna go bowling at all. So I don't know. It's not saying it's super disappointing, because they're better than they were last year. But at the same time, all these high expectations, and you're not even going bowling this coming year, just going home, and hopefully you can get some good recruits to come in. There's one dude that decommitted the way they lost to
the offensive lineman.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to Colorado. This is what I'm going to. I don't blame him, because I mean, it's all hype and it's all flash right now, but they're not showing anything on the football field. So I'll get off my soapbox about Colorado now. You go ahead.
Yeah, you can't be so. season started, I was excited to see what they had, right?
Yeah.
They played TCU. I'm like, okay, not bad. They played Colorado State. No, they played Nebraska.
Mm,
Nebraska really didn't have a quarterback then. They didn't know what they were doing, so they won the game. When they played Colorado State, I said, the line is shaky. The line is
yeah.
tearing apart, right? They win that game, and then I'm seeing other game. Okay, the line is shaky. Listen, if I'm Dion, right? One, you got to find a coaching staff that's all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
The same page is our quarterback is our main prize. We know we can pass the ball. We know we have talent on the outside, right? We have talent. Do we have playmakers though, right? We got
Yeah.
Travis Hunter. Xavier Weaver, if he catches the ball, you know what I mean, is a good player. Flip on the side, flip to the other side. I think that Travis Hunter needs to play one. He needs to pick offense or
Yeah.
defense. Okay, cool. We know you can play offense and you can play defense. Let's do you offense or defense. Let's pick one. Because if I can have you 100% playing wide receiver, you can always be that playmaker. If Marvin
Yeah.
Harrison was a good wide receiver and a good secondary, right? Where would you want him? On the secondary, or would you want him as a wide receiver? I need somebody that's going to score,
Yeah.
right? And then we need the players to step up that you brought in, like Cormani McClain and all the other secondary to step up, right? But that offensive line and that defensive line, I need to hit the portal, and I need to hit the portal with a strategy, and I need to hit the portal with some experts.
Yeah.
You need somebody to protect Shador. There should be no reason he's taking. Let's just say I'm gonna give him two blown coverages on the defense. On the offensive line. 2 sacks a game is a lot. That's like
Yeah.
24 sacks for the year. So it needs to be like maybe 1 sack a game, right? Shador needs to get the ball out. But with that saying, your wide receivers need to get open. Your playmakers need to make plays. And please, for the love of God, put a tight end on the blind side if you can.
Please.
Please. And get a running back that's not 5'9", that can't
Nope.
block the linebacker coming in running him over like a bulldozer. Give me somebody that's 6'1", you feel me? Got some paws, got some meat on them, you know what I mean? 225, you know?
Yeah.
Like, give me somebody that's from the country. Let's go get you somebody from the country that used to be a fullback that runs in the power eye. Be like, hey, no one touches Shador if they blitz. 10-4. That's your job.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that, right? When I say disappointing year, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Disappointing year, no. That I expected, yes. Did everyone overhype it? Absolutely, they overhyped the shit. People were
Mm-hmm.
like, they're gonna win the national championship. No one can
Yeah.
stop Shador Sanders. I said, I don't think he's making it to New York. He can make it in the voting ranks, but he's not making it to New York, right?
Yeah.
But I wish them the best going forward. Off season, I will be paying very much attention to Colorado. They will
Yeah.
be
For
first
sure.
on my list on what they're doing, right? Because I'm telling you, come next season, hey, Big 12, if you go out there and lose to
Mm-hmm.
BYU, we got to have a conversation.
Yep.
We got to have a conversation if you're out there losing to BYU.
The way those
For real.
offenses are in the Big 12, they gotta get something on that side of the ball to get something figured out. Because if you're not
You got
gonna
to
get
establish a running
defense,
game.
you're gonna have to put up some points. You're gonna have to put up some points.
Absolutely. Ask LSU. They know.
Yep. That's how it's gonna be.
Another factor until we get into this Georgia game. Is Caleb done? Caleb Williams done?
Mm, it's kind of tough to say. The way I was on real quick, I was on Twitter and people were firing this man Lincoln Riley up just because of you paid him all this money to leave Oklahoma to go to USC or whatever, and you all this expectations for him going to USC because he's been really good at Oklahoma and he hasn't shown you anything. What are they, 7-5 right now or something like that?
7-5.
And yeah, and they were what, top 5, top 6 at the beginning of the year. You expect USC, oh, they're going to be competing in the Pac-12 and the conference championship, maybe even a playoff a bid or something. And these guys, they can't do anything. Caleb Williams is. I know I was talking all that hot shit about Caleb Williams a few weeks ago, but he's the one powering y'all through this. That's why y'all 7-5 right now, because he's winning y'all these games. And your defense, nothing. In the Pac-12 too, like you need some type of defense in the Pac-12 because them guys over there are crazy. And
they're going to the Big Ten next year.
Yeah, and that's going to be even worse. I mean, you have to figure something out. And if I'm Caleb, I'm just going to the league at this point. My coach isn't the coach that we paid for or whatever. We're not going to a playoff. Not this year, probably not even next year, unless we like get some players in the transfer portal or something. What am I here for?
Yeah.
Like I go first round and get paid already. I might as well just dip on the team. Just play this bowl game. Maybe not even play the bowl game. Just done with USC, go to the league and see what that does for me. But hey, he might see it different. But if I was him, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm
gone.
Paid. Yep.
You out? You like out? Like you're not playing in like the next game? Like you just going to
No,
go
I played the bowl game. I played the bowl game, but after the bowl game, whatever, going in the offseason, like, hey, I'm going into the draft. I see y'all when I see y'all.
You different. I'm not playing a bowl game.
Oh, for real? I want to like play. If you're gonna go to the draft, like play your last college game. You don't want to be like playing that bowl game, or are you just calling it after that?
I'm not playing the bowl game. I'm literally. I think they have one more game. No, they have a bye week. So their bye week. I'm done. We have a bye week, and then we're not playing for a conference championship. I'm done. I'm not playing the bowl game. I'm going to get ready for the league. Why risk myself getting hurt? Because they already done showed me the offensive line can't guard. The defense can't stop anybody. And you want me to be Superman 24/7? Can I not just be Batman? Can I not just chill at the palace? You feel me? Yeah. I gotta be Superman. I gotta fly everywhere, do all these tricks. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm done. Wrap it up, coach. Nice knowing you, Lincoln Riley.
And real quick too, I saw I forgot if it was ESPN or who it was, but this lady was talking hot shit about him because he was crying a week before. I mean, if you're passionate about a game and you put like everything you had into it, and you see the way your season's going, and you are doing everything you can to win and everything like that. I know we were talking trash too, but that's just us being funny. But they were like talking like he's not a man and all this other shit just because he's passionate about a sport and like he's not winning the way they want to win. It's not his fault. He's doing everything he can. The team around him is just no offensive line. Defense can't do anything. He's going out there throwing 400 yards, 5 touchdowns, and they still can't win. It's not his fault. And I get what's it called, like crying on TV like that and everything, but at the same time, if you've done all this for USC, going in, playing to the best of your ability, and this is the outcomes, then you want to go bowling, you want to go to the playoffs, and you have these expectations going in, and this is how the season's going for you. Yeah, of course you're gonna cry. I mean, I wouldn't do it on TV just because of all the scrutiny, but you are gonna be super disappointed. A little sad about it, but these people were just talking trash about him, just how he was crying and everything to his mom and everything like that. He's passionate, and like I said before, we just joke, we're just talking shit, just jokes.
Yeah, I was feeling like, yeah, man,
so
he was
serious
about him. Like he was passionate, you know. But
they were just saying like that. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
They better get it right, bro. Because I swear, if I see Drake May crying and they be like, "Oh my gosh, she's passionate about the game," I'm firing up everybody,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
I'm firing
That's what
up
I'm saying.
everybody. But
Like you can't like just like attack somebody's character like that just because they're crying for a game just because they're passionate about this game and they're putting everything they have into it and just tear them down like that. That's not how you talk about people. I mean, we joke and kid and everything, but we never attack them like as a person though. You know what I mean?
it was a slow media day. They just needed something. They needed something to get the crowd
So,
going.
but anyways, go ahead.
All right, let's get back into these games because we had
All right.
Georgia come through. Georgia came through, and Tennessee. Listen, I thought Tennessee was gonna put up a fight. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't think that Joe Milton was gonna go 17 for 30. Okay,
I
17
picked
for
Georgia, right?
30. You did pick Georgia. Yes.
I had a feeling. You picked
I
Tennessee,
picked
didn't you?
Georgia. No. I picked Georgia. We
Oh,
both
okay.
picked Georgia. But
Okay, okay, okay.
in my mind, I was like, I at least wanted this to be a competitive match because I wanted to see how Georgia just keeps being competitive. And they kept showing me that Georgia's like, we're not bullshitting with nobody. We're the number one
Yeah.
team in the country, and they proved that. So prior to this week, LSU was the best third down conversion team. Georgia is now the best third down conversion team with 56%. To win this game, I was like, Tennessee needs to convert on third down, and Georgia and has to lower time like Georgia on the field. Georgia 9 of 13 on third downs. Tennessee 2 of 11 on third downs. 2 of 11. Absolutely crash. Absolutely crazy. As a result, bro, like it was a bad game. Time of possession. How much time do you think Georgia had the ball the whole game?
The whole game?
How much time during the whole game? How much time do you think they had it?
I'm gonna say 20 minutes.
So you're close. Tennessee had it for 19 minutes. Georgia had it for 40.
Oh dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Georgia had it
wild.
for Georgia had it for 40 minutes. Tennessee had it for 19 minutes. Carson Beck is coming back next year. He's only a junior. It's not. What I take from this Georgia game is two things. Well, actually, three things. One, Georgia is the best team in the country. My second thing is Georgia's defense is not as good as it's been the last 2 years, but it's getting there. Like they're coming together as a team. It's getting there. And three, I'm taking Carson Beck and Dylan Bell and replacing them with Jordan Travis and Keon Coleman for my quarterback wide receiver duo. I'm replacing him because Carson Beck Dylan Bell, not Deion Bell, Dylan Bell. That's a connection right there. I can get with that, and they're both coming back next year. But Tennessee was disappointing for sure.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be a closer game too. Like in the first half, I think Tennessee might have scored first or something. So I was like, okay, it might be something. And then Georgia just took over the game. And like you said, their defense is getting better and it's not like the past Georgia teams, but they're finally figuring out how to play together and on that side of the ball. And if they keep getting better on defense, then it's going to be scary vibes going into the playoff, whoever plays Georgia. But if they don't have it all the way together, I can see them losing to somebody like that has a crazy offense. But right now, the way they're moving forward with their defense and how they're coming together, they could make a run. Who would they be playing in the conference championship? Alabama or who?
Alabama, baby, Alabama.
Okay, so when
Joe
that
Milton.
happens, so when it comes down to that conference championship game, if I could see the way Milroe's been playing these past few weeks, like at the beginning of the season, I didn't have no faith in him, but he's figured it out, and Alabama's just getting better as the season goes along, and once that game comes around, I kind of hope Alabama wins just
They
to
will.
throw everything, just to flip everything on his head. But I don't
That'd
know.
be
Georgia's
crazy.
playing really good right now, but I guess it'll just come down to the conference championship game like it does every year. So I really don't have a lot about to say about Georgia just because they dominated that game and Tennessee disappointed. I thought it'd be a better game.
Alabama plays Georgia in Atlanta, SEC championship. If Alabama wins and Texas still wins out, you know they're gonna pick Alabama, right?
Will
They're
they?
gonna
You
pick
think?
this. I think, but
You're
listen,
right. You are right.
there's no way an SEC school is not going to the playoffs. There's no way.
You're right.
They would literally tell Texas, "Hey, we know you did okay. We know you beat Bama, but you're coming to SEC next year. Do it all over again." This year, this Bama team they were trash and they came up to be so good. So sorry, not sorry. Here goes like a $5 million convenience fee. You know, Georgia could three-peat though.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Georgia against Oregon. Who are you taking?
Oh, oh man.
Georgia against Oregon national championship game on the line. Who are you taking?
I gotta stick with Oregon, man. I gotta stick by their side. They my people. That's me. I gotta stick
You faithful.
with them. It's gonna look crazy, but hey,
it's gonna look absolutely wild. It's gonna look absolutely wild.
But that's fine. Hey, bro, that's fine. Right until the wheels fall off.
I'm telling you right now, man. If Georgia plays Oregon in the national championship game, I'm not making a single bet. A single bet. A single bet.
I'm putting the over on Troy Franklin going over 100 yards. That's how much faith I got.
I'm not. You wild. I'm not putting 100 yards on that, man. I am. I'm putting Carson Beck to throw for at least 200, and I'm putting Bo Nix to throw at least one pick. At least one. At least one pick.
That man he's gonna throw like 3 touchdowns and a pick. I'll give you the pick.
See, you got a lot of faith in Oregon, but I picked, just to get off of Georgia, I picked North Carolina because you told me to have faith in Drake Maye. You told me I was slipping. You told me I was out of my mind. And I said, you know what? You're right, James. Drake Maye had a great last game. He's going to Clemson, right? He's going to Death Valley. Not me knowing that Clemson hasn't lost a game this year in Death Valley except to one team, Florida State, in overtime. They've beat Notre Dame, and now number 15. They beat North Carolina, who is number 20. They lost the first game of the year, which was to Duke, who was a good team at the first game because they had everybody that was healthy. And then they lost a fluke game to NC State. I didn't do that research before. I'm just letting you know that right now. So Clemson's not that bad of a team. So Drake Maye going 16 for 36. You let me know where my faith went wrong. You let me know where I was wrong. Because last week you told me I was wild. 40. What did I tell you? If he doesn't pass over 56%, they lose the game. 44% pass rating. 44%. Omarion Hampton had 19 carries, 107 yards. He did his job. 44%. Explain that to me. No.
Did you not see that fumble at like the one with the?
That was what Nate Wiggins actually chased him down. Nate Wiggins was the player of the game to me because he chased Hampton down at the fumble 1 yard line, and then he had to pick on the fourth quarter to ice the game.
Yeah,
but
hey man, listen. I'm still with Drake Maye, but listen, bro,
Here we go.
against Clemson, bro, he did not perform well. I don't know what happened. I don't know where he went. To be honest, the way Clemson has been playing these past 2 weeks is crazy to me. Just because the way what's his name Dabo threw his quarterback on the bus, like what was this, like 3-4 weeks ago? Anyways, and then they lost that next week.
Yeah, they played Miami. He threw him under the bus when they played Miami and they lost in overtime.
Yeah. And then to come back and then they won the last two and came in and beat North Carolina as well. Clemson, hey, he's saying buying stock in Clemson. He might be right. I'm completely. I know I said I wouldn't buy my stock, but hey, I might have to throw a little dollar or two in there because they had a complete turnaround right now, and I hope they keep winning. To be honest, it's just he still got to get with the time with the transfer portal and stuff like that. But hey, if you can get it done, get it done. But if you want to make it to a playoff bid again or playing these big bowl games, you're gonna have to get big time players. And if you don't recruit good players, you got to go to the transfer portal, and he just has to get over that. But my boy Drake Maye, poor him. I mean, played trash.
What if I tell you it wasn't his fault that y'all lost the game? It wasn't. I'm gonna tell you, I watched the game. Offensive line, defensive line, North Carolina dominated both sides of the ball. Offensive line gave up 4 sacks, 5 tackles for loss. Cade Klubnik, we're talking about the guy that you just said that messed up the Miami game because he did a RPDO and he thought he could outrun a linebacker.
Yeah.
Slow ass Cade Klubnik. 21 of 32, 219 through the air, 44 yards on the ground. Now, I told you that Clemson was good because, and we said this early in our group chat with Cody. I said if Shipley and Maffa are put in a game plan to work together, I don't think anybody can beat Clemson, right? Because Shipley is good on a slot, little out route. Maffa is good on your power eye. He's going to get you that 3rd and 3, that 4th and 1, 2nd and 4. Shipley, 18 carries, 126 yards. Maffa, 23 carries. He got the workload, 84 yards. Dabo was on the sideline going crazy. I'm telling you, Clemson is not a bad team. Drake Maye's wide receivers gave up on him in the third quarter. They were jogging around, looking like they were winded. Tez Walker looking like it's his first game back. He had a good game, forecasted 70 yards, but I'm just glad Clemson got it together, and I need them to win. Yeah. Beat South Carolina next week, and we go to the Toyota Tire Bowl. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the Toyota Tire Bowl for Clemson. And my players of the game, like I was saying, it was Nate Wiggins and it was Jeremiah Trotter. Jeremiah Trotter was everywhere in the field. He had 11 tackles.
Yeah, he was everywhere, bro.
7 solo, 2 tackles for loss and a sack. Jeremiah Trotter is playing on Sundays. I need him to come play for the Cowboys. That's who I need him to come play for.
All right.
Oh, by the way, we did beat y'all today. I know you're a Carolina fan, but we'll get to that.
I'm not even worried about it, bro. We were 1-8 going into the game. We're not even talking about NFL. Anyways, go on.
But yeah, so North Carolina not going to the ACC championship game. It'll be Louisville versus Florida State. Florida State did lose Jordan Travis today, so we'll see how that works out. Hopefully he gets well. But yeah, that'll be a good game to bet on.
Real quick, what do you think Florida State does with Jordan Travis out? Because they have 2 more games or 1 more game? They play Florida,
the backup,
and
then they play Florida, and then they got to play the ACC championship. Yeah, ACC championship game.
So you think they will lose to Florida?
No, Florida just lost their starting quarterback Mertz too, so it's gonna be the backup.
Oh.
The backup. Yeah, backup in the swamp. It's gonna be the backup boys. You feel me? So we'll see who has a better backup, who has a better team altogether. Florida State, But playing in the swamp, I heard is nothing nice. So,
Yeah. I
but
don't know. It's just because
I'm
I feel like Florida State runs through Jordan Travis, so I think they
yeah.
could end up losing next week, and then that'll kick them out of the top 5, and then somebody jump them.
Listen,
But I don't know. We'll see.
if Florida State loses next week, and let's just say Washington loses to Washington State,
Hmm.
everything, and then Michigan or Ohio, who Michigan loses to Ohio State, which they will.
Hmm.
The next time we had a podcast, I'm gonna have an air horn because I'm gonna be like alert because everything just went to shit. There's an
Yeah.
emergency. Everything went to shit. But yeah, that'll be crazy if that happens though. That'll be crazy.
Yeah.
But let's go
I
ahead and
guess
get
we'll
to this
see.
last game. Washington, Oregon State. It was ugly. It was wet.
Oh man, it's ugly.
It was turnovers. What I expected Oregon State to run all over Washington.
Hmm.
Damian Martinez, 26 carries, 124 yards. I expected I expected Washington's offensive line to allow Penix to have a clean jersey. He wasn't sacked at all. And I expected Penix and a Doomsday to match up. A Doomsday,
Yo.
seven catches, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. What I didn't expect, James, is for DJ Iguodala. I got the name right too. I've been practicing
Oh,
all day.
got the name.
DJ Iguodala, 15 for 31, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Mind you, both interceptions he threw to Washington's cornerback Muhammad.
Hmm.
So now that we had to talk about our group chat about DJ Iguodala leaving Clemson, right? Because they wanted to go with Club Nick, and we were saying he came to Oregon State and he's having a good season. These big games, it's not looking good. He's lost to Washington State and Washington now.
Yeah. Uh,
So
I I I kind of want to say Washington's defensive line, man, they're crazy. Number 8, I can't remember his name, but he was just a game breaker for Washington on the defensive line. But I want to give the weather a little bit of what affected him a little bit with the turnover margin and everything, especially like the receiver, I believe, fumbled it. Washington fumbled it, and I think he didn't play well just because of the little bit of the rain and everything. But at the same time, like you said, they lost to Washington State too, and going into Oregon next week, I mean that's a big game, rivalry game, and everything. So
big.
I don't know if he plays bad again like this, then yeah, he can't perform in these big time matchups and everything. And I'll give it to you then. But right now, I think it was kind of just Washington's defensive line and also the weather that kind of messed them up. But if it's like the same kind of a performance next week, then yeah, we can really talk about like he doesn't perform under the lights well when it comes down to these big time games in the Pac-12.
Another thing, Washington went scoreless in the second half. They didn't score in the second
Yeah,
half. That's
yeah.
Oregon. Oregon scored all day long. Washington could not score. They only had 3 possessions in the second half. It was a missed
Mm-hmm.
field goal, a punt, and a punt. And then it was in the game. They had the ball at the last in the game.
Yeah,
So to be honest, like I wasn't impressed by either team. I just knew, like I was
exactly.
saying, I was what happened is what I expected to happen. I expected a Doomsday and Penix to have a good day. I expected Martinez to run all over Washington, but this wasn't and I mean it was a low scoring game, 20-22. If somebody would have took the over on that and put their house on it,
Mm-hmm.
they would have been knocking on the door today. Because
Yeah, for sure.
I think the over for the game was like 65 and a half, I think. And it was way
Oh,
under.
for real.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's Penix had an okay game, but like I said, the weather it was just really ugly. It was wet.
Yeah,
It just wasn't a prime. It wasn't football weather. It was rugby weather to me. It wasn't really football
and that's
weather.
my thing because Washington they kind of struggle too with the weather. I mean, like you said, Penix threw like what 2 touchdowns to a doomsday, and that was really all they really could do. He's just really get the ball to him. Other than that, Washington really didn't show much on the offensive side of the ball, and like I said, their D line held it down on the defensive side, but they didn't look super impressive at all.
Yeah.
So, going into next week, who they play next week?
Washington plays Washington State. It's rivalry week for the
Okay,
Big 12.
yeah, you did say that. My bad.
Yeah.
The
So
Pac-12?
we'll see. For the Pac-12, it's kind of rivalry week.
Okay,
we'll
so I can see Washington State making it a game just because it's a rivalry game, and Oregon State and Oregon, but I want to see DJ play better next week. I'll give it to him with the rain and everything this week, but I just want him to. I want to see something more from him. I know he's playing my team, but like, show me that I was right, that it was just the weather affecting you and everything, and go out there and perform, and not just you can't show up when it's you playing these big time teams. You know what I mean? And Washington, I hope they lose. That's all I gotta say.
You hope they lose?
I hope they lose. I hope they lose.
Man, I hope they don't lose. I want to see Washington and Oregon again, man. I want to see how that goes down. Because, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But last but not least, my agenda still triumphs everything. Fafita is still that guy. 22 for 30, 253 yards, no interceptions. Arizona, second quarter, is up on Utah, who has one of the best, not the best anymore, but one of the best defense in the Pac-12. 28-0 second quarter. Arizona's defense said, we don't care, he's a pig farmer. Sion Vaki was nowhere to be found. I'm telling you, we need to find this man, bro. We got to find this man.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
He only had 4 carries for 10 yards, 1 catch for -8 yards, and 1 tackle on defense. What happened? Because this is in the Utah that went against USC, where Sion Vaki was like,
yeah.
Remember they were calling him the next Travis Hunter. He was playing offense and playing defense, and I said, slow down, pop the brakes. Who is this guy? Never heard from him ever again. Where has he been?
Man, I don't know. I want to say it's just they're not getting him the ball, but it might just be just a one-hit wonder. You know what I mean? It's weird just because like everybody was talking about him and just how he can do this, he can do that. Like he's the next Travis Hunter and everything like that. But I see Travis Hunter show up every week. And I haven't seen him since that USC game. So what are we really talking about? That's what I'm saying. It was just a fluke game. I mean, no shade against him. He's still a great football player, but I think he just got to pick a side of the ball. Like about Travis Hunter too, but Travis Hunter still performs on both sides of the ball. But I think this guy just has to pick one side so he can show off his talent. And I think it should be defense, to be honest. And I think
it should be offense.
Player, but well, see, that's what we're divided on that. But
no, look. So
I think he's a better defensive player. But go ahead.
Utah is going to the Big 12 next year, right? And Arizona's going to the Big 12. So today they just announced Cam Redding. Is Cam Redding? Yeah, I think it's Cam Redding. Cam Reddish, whatever his name is, the quarterback that was injured from Utah, that was really good. He's coming back one more year, right? So I think if Cam comes back, he's more versatile. He's more of a good runner, right? And I think they can create
Mhm.
those where he goes the bootleg out of the pocket plays to hit Sion Vaki on a wheel route, on a out route, right? And I
Yeah.
think the coaches. I don't think the coaches. I think Utah's kind of like checked out on trying to use all their weapons and trying to keep them healthy because they saw what happened to their
Yeah.
quarterback, right?
Mhm.
But man, like I think he needs to play offense. And Fafita is definitely in my Heisman watch for next year. I'm telling you right now. In that Big
Oh,
12,
next year. Okay.
and then next year in that Big 12,
Yeah.
I see Fafita putting up Shador Sanders numbers.
Yeah. There ain't no
Yeah.
Texas or Oklahoma in there next year, so I can see him performing really well.
So them boys coming to town. They ain't playing no game. Arizona coming to
Yeah.
town. Arizona is
And
coming to
that's the
town.
thing too. Like coming from a conference like the Pac-12 to the Big 12, the Pac-12 they play defense. They
Yes,
play a
they
little
play a
defense
lot of
over there.
defense.
So yeah, so I think it's gonna be a shock to the Big 12 when these Pac-12 teams come in there. They might what's it called? Win the Big 12 like first year in there, just because of
Yeah.
how different their defensive schemes are in the Pac-12 compared to the Big 12. Big 12 is just catch and shoot, just every team. So, but we'll see when the time comes.
So Arizona plays Arizona State next week. See how that goes. And yeah. All right. We got to do the polls. We got to do our polls. We got to do our picks. Get your mind right because I'm not losing this next week. All
All
right.
right.
I'm not losing this next week. I did it. I was supposed to have the polls put up. I don't know where the polls went though. Let me make sure that I get the polls. I'm sorry that I didn't have the polls ready. But let's get the top 25. Obviously, I know
Okay.
Oregon may be up there. Oregon may be up there for sure.
I think the I think they're gonna be like number 6 or so. I don't think really anything changed to be honest, besides like North Carolina, James Madison, and who else lost?
Oh, bro, James
Um,
Madison. Bro, did you see the way they lost? You see
no,
the
I
way
didn't see
James
who they.
Madison
I saw who
lost?
they lost to, but I didn't see
Bro,
how
no,
they
no, no, no,
lost.
no. Don't even say that because Appalachian State been nice. I don't know what happened to them. They've been nice, right? So we can't even say, oh, it was Appalachian
Yeah,
State. Nah, Appalachian State. And I think Frank Gore is, no, not Frank Gore. Who plays on that team? It's somebody, some NFL legend's son
son.
plays on that team. Yeah. It
Okay.
may be Frank Gore. I'm not sure. But anyway, the top 25. Excuse me. Number 1, Georgia. 2, Ohio
Mhm.
State. 3, Michigan. 4, Washington. Mm.
Oh,
5, Florida State. 6, Oregon State. 7,
uh, Oregon or Oregon
Texas.
State?
Sorry, Oregon. My bad. 6, Oregon. 7, Texas. 8, Alabama. 9, Louisville. 10, Missouri. 11, Penn State. Don't know why they're still there. They're trash. Ole Miss, 12. Oklahoma, 13. LSU, 14. Oregon State, 15. Arizona, 16, baby. Notre Dame, 17. Tulane, 18. Kansas State, 19. Iowa, 20. Oklahoma State, 21. Liberty, 22. Toledo has jumped into the polls. Top 25 is 23.
Dang,
JMU still stays. James Madison, 24. Tennessee, 25. Um,
dang, Tennessee went down.
yeah, Tennessee went down a lot, but they deserve to. They
Yeah,
lost to Michigan, and
true.
they lost to Michigan. They lost to Missouri, and they lost to Georgia. Arizona came up though. That's what I
Yeah,
like to see. Now,
yeah,
Florida State plays
yeah.
Louisville. Mm. Washington has to play. Well, Oregon has to play Oregon State, so number 18, number 15 team. Ohio State and Michigan play this week. Let's go ahead and before we jump into our picks, right? Because we're gonna have to talk about this. Jump into our picks, right? We're naming our playoff. We're the committee right now. We're naming 1 through 6. So the first 4 teams in and the first 4 teams out. Now, look, we don't care about head to head. We don't care about who you beat early in the season. This ain't what we doing. I can't give a shit about the committee because it's just all of them sound like they smoke cigarettes anyway. You feel me? I'm not even with that. So go ahead and let's just say who we're gonna pick at number 1. Or no, let's go from the bottom up. Let's go from the bottom up. All right. So we'll go number 6. Who's the first team out? Well, the first 2.
Okay.
So we'll do number 5 and 6. Yeah, 5 and 6. Who are the first 2 teams out?
Okay, gotcha.
This is off right now. This is off right now. So this is not off like
not the coming weeks or nothing.
Not in the coming weeks. Just the stats we have right now.
All right, bet. Okay, I was about to do some crazy stuff, but okay. Number 6, I think it'll be Florida State. Florida State out on 6. Yeah. Number 5, I believe, is Michigan. Number 4, I'll say, I'm gonna do something crazy. Yeah. Number 4, Texas. Number 3, Washington. Number 2, Oregon. Number 1, Georgia.
Wow. Wait. Hey,
this is me on the committee. This is my time. I don't care what nobody says.
Wait. So you put hold on. You put Florida State 6, so they're out. You put Michigan 5th, so they're out. And then you have hold on, number 4, who'd you have?
I had Texas number 4.
You had Texas number 4, and then you had Oregon is 2.
Oregon, Washington. You had my fault.
You had what? So you didn't put Bama. You didn't put Ohio State. Nobody. You see, kicked Ohio State completely out.
I'm the committee, bro. This is me.
I'm just asking. I'm just clarifying. All right. Okay. So. Yeah. All right. Let me give you mine because yours.
Hold on. Real quick. Hold on. Real quick. Let me flip something.
No. You made your picks.
No. Hold on. Wait. Because I completely forgot about Ohio State. But
I was like, how do you leave Ohio State out? That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Ohio State. But yeah, that's my fault. Okay, let me redo this real quick. Okay, that's my bad. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even see. I forget they're up there. Anyways, let me do this again. Okay. So, Michigan at still number 5. Number 6, I will put shit. Hold on, now I'm confused. I don't know how to do this now. All right, I'm gonna go 1 to 6 so I can do this right. So number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Oregon. Number 3, Washington. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 5, Texas. Number 6, Michigan. Florida State taken completely out because that whole Ohio State thing completely changes it. I don't know how I missed Ohio State.
Whoa. So you got Georgia, Oregon, Washington, Ohio State. That's your top 4.
Ohio State number 2 and Oregon number 3 and Washington number 4.
I can respect that because you had me played and would not put Ohio State in there. I can respect that.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed them, bro.
I was like, wait, what? All right, so
yeah, that's my bad.
First, I'm gonna just do my 1 through 6. All right, so
okay,
Alabama's 1.
Oh,
Georgia's 2. Texas is 3.
Okay.
Oregon's 4. Oregon's 4. Washington's 5. Ohio State's 6. Michigan is not even on here. I don't respect Michigan at all. That's gonna be how I go with my committee. That's how I'm rocking. But yeah, so those are gonna be my 6 in the committee, right?
Okay, so let me run it down one more time. So you said Alabama
Mm-hmm.
at number 1, Georgia at number 2, Texas number 3, Oregon number 4, Washington number 5, and Ohio State number 6.
Yes. I need it.
Okay.
I need chaos. I need 2 SEC teams in there. I need Texas, who beat the SEC team, and I need Oregon, who could probably beat all 3 of them on a neutral field. I need to see it. Could you imagine? Could you
Question real quick
imagine?
though. Alabama going to number 1?
Alabama's going number 1. I'm going to tell you why. Because they're going to beat Georgia in the SEC title game. That's why.
Okay.
I don't think,
Okay.
I'm taking that Nick Saban is the godfather of all those coaches in that top 4. So put some respect. I got to put some respect on his name. You know what I mean?
Oh, my fault.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully, I can have a graphic up for that, so we can go ahead and post that on Instagram. Everyone
For
can
sure.
see who our top 4 is. But let's go ahead and get into these picks for next week. Don't be copying me, you feel me? But I need to get some wins, so I may just go everything you go. I may just go opposite. To be honest with
All
you,
right.
I may just go opposite. So first game, TCU versus Oklahoma.
I'm gonna go TCU.
Really?
Yep.
You're gonna go TCU?
TCU. The way Oklahoma played this week, yeah, TCU.
Their backup doesn't look bad. He was number 1 in the draft class. Nah, bro. And I'm a Texas fan. You're gonna make me pick Oklahoma? That's crazy.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right, so I'll go Oklahoma. All right, Missouri, Arkansas.
Missouri for sure.
Now Arkansas said they're not firing their coach. They're gonna stick with him. So morale may be up in the locker room. Off the hot seat.
Missouri.
Yeah, I'm going Missouri too. I don't believe the hype. All right, we got Texas Tech versus Texas in Austin.
I say this every week. Texas is
Here
gonna
we
win,
go.
but it's gonna
Here
be a
goes the
close
bullshit,
game.
bro. Here goes the
I say
bullshit,
this
bro.
every week, but that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like 34-32 or something crazy like that.
I'm taking Texas by at least 2 touchdowns. By at least 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Oregon State versus Oregon.
Oregon by like 2 touchdowns probably. I think Oregon State will put up a fight just because it's a rivalry game. But Oregon.
I don't think Oregon State's gonna score more than 12 points. I may bet this game, to be honest with you. I'm gonna take Oregon by 21. I think Oregon's just too good, bro. Now, this next game, Ohio State versus Michigan. Jay McCarthy can't throw the ball, bro. There's something wrong with him.
I've been saying this. I'm not a believer in Michigan, so I'm gonna go Ohio State.
I'm Ohio State too. Marvin Harrison's about to have one of them games.
Yeah,
He may have one of them like. So. Let me remind you who I really am, who my daddy really is. You feel me? Like, let me remind you. So, LSU, Texas A&M. Jimbo's gone. 75 plus mil is gone from the 12th man fund of Texas A&M.
12th man fund. LSU. Man, I don't believe in anything A&M does.
Next year, I'm gonna pick A&M most of their games. I think they're gonna be good next year. They'll finally have a good coach. But yeah, I'm gonna go with LSU this game. My upset game of the week: Kentucky versus Louisville.
Upset? Oh, okay.
I got Kentucky.
Nah, Louisville.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna tell you why I got Kentucky. Kentucky. Ryan Davis had that big game against Florida where he ran the ball all over him. Right. That's gonna happen against Louisville. And Plummer is not as consistent as people think he is. I remember when he played for UCF. Wasn't that guy? I went to Louisville.
And you think what's his name, Larry for Kentucky gonna be slinging it like that?
Nope, but I think Ryan Davis will be running it like that. That's what I'm gonna hope.
All right.
I'm gonna hope. So I'm taking Kentucky.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that is not gonna happen.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, Utah against Colorado.
All right, bro. Listen,
you said you was rolling into the.
I'm gonna stick by their side. I was talking all that hot shit about Colorado earlier. I'm gonna stick by their side.
That's crazy.
Colorado.
That's crazy.
And they just need some tough love. They just need some love. But I'm gonna stick by their side.
Boy, you loyal to the core. You feel me? I got Utah, bro. I got Utah. You know what? I'm gonna take Colorado for the last game, bro. I'm gonna take Colorado. We're gonna see. I'm taking Colorado to see what happens, man. But if they win this game, they go out for 5-6. I'll take Colorado, man. God, I hope to God they win this game, bro. For me picking them. I really need this win. It's not looking good for you, boy. All right. Now, Alabama versus Auburn. As you remember, during our time, Auburn returned a missed field goal and won the game in the final 12 seconds against Alabama. Ruined the chances of going to the championship. I don't get those type of vibes. So I'm going Alabama all the way.
No. Yeah, same.
Oh, I was about to say, no way. You're picking Auburn, right? I thought you were about to pick Auburn. I was like, there's no way.
I have faith in people, but not much faith, But no, it's Alabama.
All right, Washington State. You gotta think about that one.
Listen.
Cam Ward against Michael Penix.
I'm gonna go Washington State.
You really?
Whatever. Washington State.
Oh, you're wilding.
It's all right. I keep telling you, these rivalry games, it's gonna look kind of different. I'm going Washington State. I think Washington slips up.
Washington doesn't slip up until they play Oregon, so I'm taking Washington for sure. Florida State, Florida.
All right. This is gonna come down to the game, because both quarterbacks are backups that are about to play. So
I'm taking Florida.
I'm gonna go Florida. Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna go Florida. I think Florida State's morale is gonna be down, and so Florida.
Florida's got a nice backup. He can really run the ball. He got to hang on to the ball, but he can really run the ball. All right, and the last but not least, Clemson, South Carolina. Yo, they are. I forgot. Yeah, for sure, Florida. They're playing in Swamp. Why do we keep forgetting that?
Yeah. But I'm gonna go Clemson.
Clemson over South Carolina.
Yeah, I don't believe in what's his name, a quarterback.
Oh,
South Carolina.
Spencer Rattler.
I already forgot his. I already took him out of my mind. I forgot his name, bro.
Oh, Spencer Rattler, bro.
No, stop. Clemson. God, Spencer Rattler he's not that guy.
Oh my gosh. Well, all right. We'll go ahead and put those in, lock them in. We'll see how the week goes.
Wait, did you pick Clemson too? I didn't even hear you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I picked Clemson. Yeah, I'm stocked. I'm double stocked in. I'm buying averages right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep buying Clemson until like next year. I'm all in.
My bad.
Me? I'm all in on Clemson. All in. I think Dabo.
I'm throwing in a good 50 cents. Just a good cool 50 cents right now.
I make you them like $2. You feel me? Like $2. You feel me? By 8 quarters. You know what I mean? That's about it I could do right now. But we're gonna stack up. But we want to thank everyone who came out, watched the podcast, wherever you listen to on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. If you please could just leave a review, 5-star review, comment, anything you want us to talk about, any questions you have. If you would also follow us on Instagram, Over&Under Pod23. In there, you'll find our link tree. You'll be able to get all the links to our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you don't like. Be nice, but if you're not going to be nice, no, I'm not going to be nice either. But either way, we respect it. Appreciate y'all coming out, as always. James, thank you for waking up out of your food coma, because we both had parties yesterday, and I did not think we were making it today.
Hey,
oh man!
Listen, I was gonna make it regardless. It might have been a little later, but I was gonna make it.
Oh man! But we appreciate y'all. See y'all next week. Everyone have a good, safe week. We are out.